ביאור משנה ה', explanation for the fifth Mishnah. כתוב בתורה, it's written in the Torah, וספרת לך 7 שבתות שנים, you should count 7 cycles of 7 years. 7 שנים 7 פעמים. והיה לך ימי 7 שבתות השנים, 49 שנה. So you can, after 49 years, on the 50th year, והעברת שופר תרועה בחודש השביעי בעשור לחודש. And you should sound the shofar in the 7th month on the 10th of the month, which means Yom Kippur. Yeah? ביום הכיפורים תעבירו שופר בכל ארצכם. In Yom Kippur, you should blow the shofar in all your land. וקידשתם את שנת ה-50, and you made the Jubilee year holy, וקררתם דרור בארץ לכל יושביה. You're going to call freedom in the land to all the inhabitants. Properties go back to the owner. Slaves go back set free, and so on and so forth. יובל היא תהיה לכם. This is the Jubilee year, should be to you. ושבתם איש אל אחוזתו. And everybody is going to go back to his original land. If you're from the tribe of Levi, your land comes back. If you're tribe of Levi, you don't have land. If you're the tribe of Dan, your land comes back to the tribe of Dan. In other words, you only rent out land until the 50th year. ואיש אל משפחתו תשובו. So everybody returns to the original homeland. מכאן, from here we learn, שמצווה לתקוע ביום הכיפורים של שנת היובל. That on Yom Kippur of the 50th year, you blow the shofar. כדי להודיע, why do you blow the shofar? To symbolize על שחרור העבדים, on the fact that the slaves are sent free, ועל החזרת האחוזות לבעלתם, and that the land comes back to its owner. משנתנו בא ללמד, המשנה comes to teach, שביום הכיפורים של שנת היובל, that on Yom Kippur, on the 50th year, the minhag is like Rosh Hashanah. And we're going to see, what does it mean, the custom is like Rosh Hashanah? Let's see. שווה היובל, the 50th year is equal, יום הכיפורים של שנת היובל, the Yom Kippur of the Jubilee year, לראש השנה. It's equal to Rosh Hashanah, which means, של כל שנה, לתקיע, first of all, you blow the shofar, just like you blow the shofar. The sounds of the shofar Rosh Hashanah, you do that sound on Yom Kippur, not just the one blow that we do in the end. All the sounds. שתוקעים בשניהם בשופר, and over here we're going to the Tana Kama, not according to Rabbi Yehuda, yeah? Even though the halacha is like Rabbi Yehuda, but according to the Tana Kama who wrote the Mishnah, on Rosh Hashanah and on the Jubilee year, you have a straight shofar. We do everything there, but he says, you should know, it's like Rosh Hashanah, and the Jubilee year are the same, which means a straight shofar. שכן דרשו ממה שנאמר, how did they learn that it's the same way? והעברת שופר תרועה בחודש השביעי. It says, and you should blow a shofar, a sounding of a shofar, in the 7th month. בא כתוב ללמד, it comes to teach us, שיהיו כל התרועות של החודש השביעי שוות. It comes to teach you that all the blowings of the shofar of the 7th month is going to be equal. פירוש אחר, לתקיעה למניין התקיעות. Some say that it's not talking about the kind of shofar, it means to the numbers of tkiyas, which means 100 tkiyas, just like we do in Rosh Hashanah. Not only that, ולברachot, and to lebrachot. In other words, Musaf of Yom Kippur, that they did in the temple, was the same, on the Jubilee year, was the same Musaf we do for Rosh Hashanah. In other words, you remember Musaf? Musaf also, maybe you can put Yom Kippur inside also there. But there was also, but it was also, it's like, sometimes we add Shabbat and Yom Tov. So it's going to be, it might have been Yom Kippur and Rosh Hashanah. So there was an addition. All the Musaf of Rosh Hashanah was also included in the Musaf of Yom Kippur. What does it mean? Shofarot, Zichronot, and Malchiot that we do on Rosh Hashanah, they did on Yom Kippur on the Jubilee year. Only Jubilee, only in the 50th year. This is the brachos. This is the blessings. שאף ביום הכיפור של שנת היובל, that also in Yom Kippur of the 50th year, מתפללים בתוך תפילת המוסף they would add an addition, they would put an addition of Malchiyot, Zichronot, Veshofarot. What we do in Rosh Hashanah, we read the Malchuyot, we read the king, that God is king, we remember all the great things that God did for us, all the things that we did to him, God remember that, and Veshofarot, and we blow the shofar. ותוקעים עליהם כדרך שנוהגים בראש השנה. And we blow, exactly, we do the three, and we blow, and we do, so you have Rosh Hashanah in the Yom Kippur services, but only on the 50th year. In other words, most people only remember, the most you can remember is twice. Even, let's say if you were 10, the next time it will be 60. And next time, you're not there anymore. Yeah, most probably. But if you're too young, some people will only remember one. Yeah, but most people will, some will remember two, Rabbi Yehuda Omer, Rabbi Yehuda disagrees. Again, what does he disagree on? On the straight one. He says, no. It has to be bent. Rabbi Yehuda Omer, בראש השנה תוקעים בשל זכרים. He says, no, in Rosh Hashanah you have to blow with the male ones, which means the male rams, בשופר של איל שהוא כפוף, the bent one. וכבר ביארנו טעמו שהשופר בא לרמז שיהיה אדם כופף ראשו. He says the main thing in Rosh Hashanah is not straight heart, the main thing is subjugate yourself to God. They're arguing what's the main thing in Rosh Hashanah. כופף ראשו וליבו בשעת תפילתו. To bend your head down at the time of your davening. וביובל, ביום הכיפורים שנת היובל, הואיל והתקיעה לסימן של חירות. Over there in the Jubilee year I might agree with you. Because over there it's a sign for freedom. It's not a sign for subjugation. Beshel Ya'alim. There I agree that in the Jubilee you do the straight one. But on the Rosh Hashanah you put the bent one, not the straight one. תוקעים בשופר של יעל. You blow in a shofar of a straight one, שהיא פשוט. ברם בתעניות, but in fasts. הכל מודעים שתוקעים בשופר של איל. Everybody admits, both the Tanakama and Rabbi Yehuda, that it has to be bent, because the idea is, I take God, you gave it to me on my head, I'm taking it, I'm doing tshuva, I'm doing the thing. Okay. שהוא כפוף, that it is bent. ובירושלמי אמרו, the Yerushalmi says, תקנו כפוף לכפוף ופשוט לפשוט. They did bent for bent and straight to straight. כלומר, שתוקעים בשופר כפוף, when do you blow the shofar in a bent shofar, בזמן שהלבבות כפופים, at the time that the hearts are saddened, are bent. ובשופר פשוט, and in a straight shofar, בזמן שהלבבות ישרים ומרווחים, at the time that the hearts are open. For example, when you move back to your land, you get your freedom. This is, you don't feel the yoke of heaven over here. You feel, open. All the other times, God is judging me. God, you bent. Yeah, that's what they said. ועוד אמרו בירושלמי, and the Yerushalmi again says, תקנו מצוי למצוי ושאינו מצוי לשאינו מצוי. They fix the one that is found to the one that is found, and the one that is not found to the one that is not found. What does that mean? פירוש הדברים, בראש השנה שהוא מצוי בכל שנה, ראש השנה, you find it in every year, תקנו לתקוע בשופר של איל שהוא מצוי. Now you have to make a goat, a ram, that everybody has thousands of them, all over the place. ואילו ביום הכיפורים של יובל, but once in 50th year, go to find this ibex with the long ones. That's once in a blue moon you'll see them. שאינו מצוי, this is something that is not found. תקנו לתקוע בשופר של יעל שאינו מצוי. This is why you blow the shofar that is not found. וכבר הזכרנו, we already mentioned, שלדעת הרמב"ם, according to the Rambam, בין בראש השנה, בין ביום כיפורים של יובל, whether it was Rosh Hashanah, whether it was Yom Kippur, תוקעים בשופר של איל כפוף. It was always bent, and I don't think that they or the Rambam are talking about what we blow, they are talking about what was blown in the temple.
Yeah,
okay.
the temple.
Yeah.